Hello everybody. Welcome to the channel if you are new, and welcome back if you're already a subscriber. Thank you guys so much for the support you guys have been giving. I am super excited to be inching towards June and more Wine Wednesdays again, and just, you know, being more in charge of the content schedule and just putting that first because it's important to me. So I have really been enjoying being quite creative and explorative lately. So in that avenue, I'm taking you guys for a ride with this video. We are just gonna try something a little bit different. This is gonna be just kind of a day in the life with me. So today is Tuesday all day. And we're just gonna kind of go through what this Tuesday is gonna look like. Specifically, it's May the 9th. And I've got kind of a stack of some journals here that we're gonna take a look at that would typically be a part of like my morning routine that I don't always film. And then we'll bring in the other two journals a little bit later in the day when they're applicable. So the first thing that we're gonna start on with this giant stack is my Hobonichi Weeks. So as I said, it is Tuesday, and I very unexpectedly, I don't know if unexpectedly is the word. I don't typically run or work out on Mondays or Tuesdays, but our schedules have just been crazy lately. And I decided that I really wanted to try to go for a run because of the fact that we really weren't sure at the end of yesterday if we were gonna do a half day, a remote day, what we were gonna do. And I knew that if I ran a little bit behind, it wasn't gonna be the end of the world. But I also kind of wanted to challenge myself and see if I could get in a 30-minute run, get home, shower, kind of do my normal routine. And I knew that this would mean me waking up at 5. So I did wake up at 5. I had my sweats on and stretched about 5:30. And I know the timestamps are all in there before, and you guys have kind of seen this already play out, but got down to the gym, did my run, came back, cleaned one thing. Literally, it was like, you need to clean one thing. And then took a shower and started getting ready for the day. And it's a little bit after 8 right now. And then as soon as I finish this video, I will be packing up my backpack and heading to work. So, also you'll see some new things, which are this little habit tracker. And I've also listed out some supplements. So this is my health and fitness kind of planner, tracker, whatever you want to call it. That's what I'm using my Hobonichi Weeks for, specifically for health and fitness. And so I really like how Lindsay Scribbles has this like little tracker, and I thought this would be really nice. And even though it does include like my workout that is on my main tracker and my Kokuyo, my supplements and my meds are not on there. And I think it would look really nice to have it here instead of all smashed into here, and maybe just keeping like the workout here. So we're gonna try that and see how I feel about it. I can go ahead and mark in my AM face and workout. Sometimes I'm really bad in the evenings and I just do like a makeup wipe and then pass out. So I need to try to be better about putting that on there. And I completely forgot about my eye cream this morning. So I'm gonna do it in my afternoon, after work, evening face routine. So we'll have that. And then I've also got my supplements listed that I'm taking right now. I do need to make a note to purchase oil of oregano. And I am gonna go ahead and do this. So order reveal oregano. Okay, So that way I can kind of keep like a to-do list as well of things that are health and fitness, and they don't land in the big planner and get ignored for an entire week, because I'm not always the best about paying attention to the sidebar activities. So that's kind of where we're gonna land for today, and then we'll come back this evening and fill in the rest of these trackers. And then if I do happen to pick up the oil of oregano today, great. I haven't been taking it for a couple weeks. It's good for your immune system, and it oddly helps me with my sinuses. I don't know why. That's a strange thing. I would love to take more supplements, but for right now, this is what I'm taking. And the doctor has already advised me to go up to 5,000 whenever I get done with what I have. So, oh, I forgot there's like that little bonus guy there. So I'm gonna close that and put it off to the side. So this is something that I don't really show on camera very often, but it is an Archer and Olive. It's an older bullet journal. There's tons of videos on it. I really thought I was gonna go down the bullet journal path, and I really enjoyed it for a little while. I just don't think that it always suits my schedule to be able to create those layouts. And sometimes while the creation is so much fun and wonderful, the layouts don't get used, or I'm already forward thinking to the next month. So I'm just using the journal as various and sundry things. So right now, sometimes I'm putting in things like from a Sabbath. I'm trying to find the page unavailingly. Sometimes I put trip plans in there. There's all kinds of things that have made their way in here. It's just a fun dumping ground, and sometimes I try new ideas. So one of the things I wanted to use it up for was a master list. And I know I've talked about this in a couple spreads, and it's gone in a couple different kind of junk notebooks as well, but I thought this might be a good idea to try, to have the list start fresh, because they were kind of lists and post-it notes everywhere, and it was giving me a lot of anxiety. And so I just said, F it, we're gonna start over. We're gonna start clean. If I find one of those lists and I wanna integrate it or review it, I can do that. But for right now, let's brain dump it out, start a new list. And so let me see if there's anything that I can go ahead and mark off. I don't think that there is. Okay, yeah. So my one thing that I cleaned was my toilet, which is really random. And I did halfway clean the trash can that's in there. I like dusted it, but I need to like Clorox it, if that makes sense. And then I think that is it. That's all I accomplished. So that's not much for the day, but again, this is the master list. These are all the like random thoughts that pop into my head that might be applicable somewhere in the day, or I can pull from if I'm like, hey, I finished that up, I've got a spare minute, or I'm doing this that coincides. So that's where that lives right now. So hopping over to the main squeeze, we are gonna start with the fact that I need to go ahead and pop in the weather. So the weather is super annoying today, guys. Oh my God, I need a sticker for this. It's gonna be a freaking mess. So I live in Georgia in the South, and I'm not the biggest fan of the fact that humidity is alive and well here. I want to see if, I don't think, because it's not going to be sunny, and I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to just opt for a rise and shine right here. I just like that little pop of yellow. Cool. And I am in a like very good mood today. That was not the sticker I wanted to use. I could probably try to hunt down one in like one of the summer spreads, maybe. Let's see. That might be like their reality. Can this fit in here? Because I know this is gonna like be applicable, because there is like zero chance I'm not gonna sweat, and I do not anticipate there to be like a calming breeze to accompany this, and this is just not going down well. Okay. I knew that I would have one in there. there's like no way I'm not sweating today. I'm sorry. Like that might be too much information. Obviously I already sweated this morning, so when I worked out, so it works. Okay, so it's gonna be a low of 62, a high of 87, and as if that isn't bad enough, 95% humidity. And I have to like abbreviate that because I write gigantic and there's no way humidity would fit in that little strip. But 95% humidity. Oh my God, it's so thick and it's cloudy. So there's like, it's like oppressive. So it's depressing, it's oppressive, it's all the things. It's absolutely terrible already. So another thing that I've been talking about more recently is the fact that I kind of miss hourly planning. Like I do love my blocks, don't get me wrong, and I feel like they all serve a purpose. And I kind of almost time block my day in a really weird way. Like I know that when I'm at home at the apartment in the morning, I have a routine, and then when I get to work, I kind of have a routine, and then I come home and I have a routine. Like I feel like we're all like that, but I feel like yesterday serves as a really great example. I worked on a video in the morning and was kind of watching a show as I got ready. And then that was kind of the work to-do list. And the fact that I got to do that in real time was really nice and relaxing. And it was a nice break because I haven't been able to do that in weeks, maybe months. And I know I've kind of been whining a little bit about missing that. So it was great just to take the day to do a break. And I think that's also what inspired me to say, hey, I want to shoot a different kind of video so that you guys can see a different way, maybe a more granular way, just a different style. So definitely let me know your thoughts on this, and if you like this style of video every so often, or you just want me to always do my big long plan with me. So, and then because I was doing really well on tasks at the office and kind of ahead, I decided that I was going to try to dive into some of the catching up in my budget journal, and that is an endeavor because I stopped about halfway through April and just fell off, and then we were out of town, and now I'm trying to reconcile half a month and catch up on this month, and it's an endeavor. And so I went through all of the receipts and got that done, that part done at least, and started updating the log. I didn't end up getting to total out the Tennessee trip. So really what that means is just kind of seeing what Jeff spent, what I spent, and then if anybody needs to Venmo the other out of courtesy. So I need to push that to today so that I can pay him later in the week when I get paid, if that's the case. I feel like that's the case. That's why I'm hinting towards it. I also worked on a Hobonichi with me video. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but it's gonna, yeah, it's there. So again, I just like that I got to do that in real time because that was kind of a treat and something I haven't been able to do in a while, where I've not been like waiting to get home and write everything down and film it. So that was kind of fun. And I did take my stickers with me. So that was really fun to have my stickers in the office again, because I don't always do that. So I am gonna say I can go ahead and mark it out. Film AM vlog, because that's what I'm working on. And then I am gonna obviously put in 30-minute run. And then I just put toilet. I probably put wow. I could have put clean toilet, but I was worried that I wasn't gonna have enough space. So, and then I'll give a little pocket for a cute emoji tomorrow morning, I think. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's really like notable, because everything else was just like me getting ready and having my morning routine. So now I can go ahead and put down a working sticker of some type, I think. Let's see what we've got. actually, I'm gonna take that back and I am gonna use, if I can find it. I feel like I'm losing everything these days. Oh, I know exactly where it is and why it is where it is. Because I took my top bows with me to work yesterday. So I am gonna do this little YouTube icon. I don't love the colored in look anymore. I love it on my monthly spread when I need to like mark when I've done something. But for the sake of this, like I have the little X that'll serve me. Edit and post. I'm not going to take up too much room with that, so I just kind of encompass. See, I think that looks so much cleaner and nicer, but just to keep everything cohesive, I am going to color it in. But yeah, definitely on the next spread, I think I'm going to leave it open. I just think it looks really nice. I do want to finish editing and posting that spread because I didn't finish that yesterday. I'm gonna go ahead and do a swatch. I am continuing Clone Wars. I'm like almost done with season 1, and even though the episodes are really short, sometimes I just need to switch to a different show for a little while. So I am kind of intertwining that with Shadow and Bone season 2 as I make my way through that. So it's kind of like, I feel like Star Wars is kind of grown up, but it's also still a little bit kid-like. So it's a good little mix. And it's really fun for me to kind of have that background info as well that I haven't had before. Let's see what kind of cuteness I can put in here today. I do have quite a bit of calls to do, so I think that's the one I'm going to use just to like break it up a bit. It definitely looks like I need to place an order for these. Normally I place an order about halfway, even though I don't know. I don't know why I do that. I feel like I just sounded like Taylor when I said it like that, like how she says, I don't know. Okay, so to-do list for work. There. Confirm calls. RT calls. May. PR. Schedule calls. Lots of calls today. Then I need to finish Davis Prac. Soto, Tokars, Reddington, and that's just a way for me to associate that task. If I have time, I would like to reconcile 2023, which means that I'm gonna just take a look at all of the allocations that I'm working through and just go through like quarter 1, quarter 2, and just make sure that the list for next year is updated. So if policies got surrendered or a death claim was filed or something like that, I want to make those adjustments, or maybe we're going to start taking care of that particular policy. So in actually one of these clients' case, we took on 4 policies of theirs from another agent. So those need to start making their way on there, that kind of thing. I am going to go ahead and mark in that I've had 3 bottles of water, which is great. I do need to make it all the way to 9 because it is recommended that if you to drink an extra 8 ounces of water for every 30 minutes you work out. And so that's adding another bottle of water to my day, which as someone that doesn't do so well with water intake, that is going to be a toughie, but I feel like it's pretty attainable because I'll have had I'm pretty sure I'll be close to a whole water bottle before I walk out of the door. I'm just gonna take a look at this and just make sure that there's nothing on here that I can't mark off. I think that's okay. I do want to do a couple things this afternoon, and there's some extra things that I want to add on here, but I'm not sure yet about this bottom half, so we'll do that a little bit later. And then I already did my tarot with the Muse deck, and I got the 8 of Emotions, which is the 8 of Cups, and I'm not super happy with what that means. It basically means that there's kind of a situation that's not serving me, and I kind of like to ignore it, and it's not in my best interest. And I have not 1 but 2 situations that are kind of like that most of the time, and I like to ignore them, and I don't like when they're thrown back in my face. So I'm going to keep my rose quartz and my howlite on me from yesterday because those are going to keep me calm and centered, and they're going to kind of allow me to have more self-respect and some self-love, and just make sure that I keep myself in the in focus for the day. And just as I go through this situation, that it's really important that I respect my feelings and my boundaries as well through this situation. One last thing before I head out is my tracker. So I'm super excited because I get to mark off, and this is something I never film. So this is really, really fun for me. So I am gonna go ahead and mark those off, because I did wake up at 5 a.m. I did work out, and I have already worked on my Hobonichi this morning. I'm not today's page. We'll do that later. But if I ever have a minute, or I'm drinking my coffee and I feel like I want to do a page in the backlog, I just do it. I haven't read any yet. So that is where we have landed for the morning, and I will check back in with you guys when I get home this evening, and we'll kind of do a wrap up for the day, and maybe a Hobonichi page, and catch up in the budget planner. So we'll just kind of see what the day holds, and I hope you guys are enjoying this style and enjoy kind of the footage throughout the day. All right, everybody, it's time to wrap up the day. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this different style of video and just kind of one day in the week. It's not something I plan to make too consistently regular or anything like that, but I just thought that it would be a nice change. And I know that, with the Hobonichi Play With Me videos coming out and things like that, some new videos have just new styles of videos anyway have been coming out, and I would really love to hear your thoughts, things you like, things you didn't like. Obviously, please try to be kind and remember that for a lot of these, it's the first time I'm trying something new. So I haven't exactly worked out all the kinks yet, but thank you for going along on the ride with me. I really appreciate it. And support and feedback is always appreciated. So let's go ahead and start. So I'm endeavoring to try to get back on the budget tracker horse, and hopefully I can get a lot of work done on this guy tomorrow. But for today, I'm just gonna pop in expenses for the day. Really sloppy apparently. And I paid cash. I don't know the exact amount of the Airbnb. I want to say it was like $42.38 or something like that, but I'll pop it in after this video just so I get it correct. Which is kind of nice. I know we worked on the Hobonichi weeks a little bit this morning, so there's just a little bit to do. I can very proudly say that I did do my PM face routine. Super proud about that. And I did get my eye cream, supplements, and meds. So we've got, you know, a full bingo card for today, which is really great. And if you guys have hung out for a while, then you know I am not a fan of Tuesdays. I'm really not a fan. And I actually didn't sweat as much as I thought today. So super shocked there. I'm just not a big fan. Most weeks I'm in office Mondays and Tuesdays back to back, and it's usually the bulk of our clients in the office business, getting the week set up. It's usually really chaotic. I really feel like the Howlite and the Rose Quartz have been helping me the last 2 days. Oh my God, like I feel so, there's a lot happening, but I actually feel very water about it. I'm gonna flow with this. The wheel is turning. I need to move on from this phase, but it's almost like being in, I kind of feel like, you know, when you're in one of those lazy rivers on a float, I just feel like I'm not on the float though, that I'm like in the water, and like I can feel my body kind of tense up to like hold myself up and float, but I'm very relaxed about it, if that makes any sense. That probably sounds really woo-woo and crazy, but that's okay. So, I am not going to throw another sticker down because I really don't have a need to. I am going to do a little check mark because I didn't mean to write that whole word. Lord goodness, it's definitely the end of the day. Book Air B&B for TN. So check, that's done. I had dinner at 1910, which is why I wrote it in the log, so I didn't have to do anything with that. Really, it was just come home, get the car unloaded, get a shower. I was editing this video, so I don't have anything to put up there really. I am gonna go ahead and draw a slash and say, edit, plan with me 5/9. And I know that that's today's video. And I can go ahead and put this. I was editing and posting this video when I got home, not that one. That's what I'm filming down here. So I actually don't need any more space. I can go ahead and cross these off because I did drink all my water. I'm going to spend the rest of the evening editing this plan with me, and getting that work done so that I can have it posted. And when that happens, I will be basically 2 weeks ahead on videos, and I can't tell you guys how weird that feels. I haven't been that far ahead in a very long time, and the fact that we're inching towards June and I've still got things to film, and I feel so calm. I am hoping to get quite a bit filled in, because the farther that I can get, the more freedom that gives me with being able to continue Wine Wednesdays beyond, a month, or it really just opens up all the avenues of things that I can do. And it also lets me work on my custom a little bit more when I'm not necessarily trying to keep up with the film schedule. And that's something that I've been really wanting to spend some time on lately. So that will feel really, really nice. I am gonna go ahead and put in a note to schedule the drain appointment for tomorrow, because I do need to do that. And so I will mark that off when I'm done. This did get posted today, and I did book this. So those are all things that are done. I think I'm going to cap it at that, just scheduling that drain appointment and editing that plan with me. So we've got that going on. We can go ahead and flip to the tracker page. I did fill in some stuff at work. I'm going to go ahead and mark power hours, water. I did have a bit of a sweet tooth today, unfortunately. I was kind of like an ice cream hoe today. I don't know why. I do want to read a little bit before bed, but I'm going to leave that open just in case I don't. I'm really trying not to mark something until it's actually happened. Because if you notice, there's like no... When was the last time I had to like white out? February, so I'm doing really good about not messing up. Watch, that means I'm definitely gonna mess up soon. And I definitely did not get in a calorie deficit. I was over the top. I ran and I thought I was gonna be in a really good place with that this morning by running, and then I ate breakfast really late, which gave me a headache and made me very hangry. Our phones rang off the hook. It was a super chaotic morning and a really calm afternoon, but I was so burnt out. And again, I don't love Tuesdays. So that was a really interesting discovery as well, that I'm fully capable of getting up at 5 and running on a Tuesday, but that my evenings are still gonna suck. So I can still go get the takeout like I normally do, but I can definitely start squeezing in some runs on a Tuesday. So that was really fun to note. Another thing that I am gonna do is just to give you guys the full tour experience. I'm gonna go ahead and bubble in my lovely little play button. And this is the khaki color Uniball Signo DX. So this is the video that I just uploaded. I'm gonna do Hobonichi Plan With Me February, because they were all February spreads. So that'll get done. And I'm gonna also amend this to just say May 9th Plan With Me. And then whenever I'm done editing and all of that, like I said, I'll be like a full 2 weeks, and I'm super jazzed about that. That's like just not happened in a really long time, and it feels really, really, really good to know what can come out of that. So, and again, thank you guys for going along with me for this ride of trying something new. I'm definitely gonna do next week like normal, and we'll just kind of see what kind of feedback we get from there. One last thing before I leave, so I'm gonna close all this up. I am gonna do the journaling off screen, but I thought we could at least set up a cute page in my Hobonichi for the day. So it is definitely the 9th, not the 8th. Let's see. I do want to use this guy because this is definitely what the morning felt like. How do I want to? There. And then these are all from Smooth Shop. I believe she's on maternity leave right now, but super cute stickers. I found her shop about the same time that I found Helen. And obviously we know I'm a huge Coffee Monster Co. fan, but this was really nice. This was a fun one. I did procrastinate a little bit in the afternoon, full disclosure, and I do need to do my nails, so all of these are somewhat applicable. I am hunting for this like little pooped kitty because even though I had a really strong day and got way more done than I normally would, still super pooped. So, ooh. Can I get that up without completely wrecking this? Oh God, this is stressful. Oh, minimal wreckage. I'm still sucking this. Everybody else watching this video is probably like, that was fine. Why did you need to move it? There. I don't know that that's too much better. Too much better. Is that actual English? And I think I might even use one of my new Uniballs. So I'm just popping those 2 stickers down. And like I said, I'm just gonna journal off to the side and kind of make that part of my wind down for this evening and read a little bit of my book. But I hope you guys had a great day and that you guys enjoyed a different kind of video. And again, let me know what you think. Thanks everybody. Bye.